Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
Damn. I mean, look at Colin's face.
Blake Lively has always been the picture-perfect Hollywood star, effortlessly glamorous, wildly successful, and seemingly untouchable. But in an industry where reputations can shift overnight, even the biggest names can find themselves at the center of a media firestorm. And this time, it's Blake making headlines, not for a blockbuster role or a red carpet moment, but for something far more shocking, an $80 million lawsuit against Saturday Night Live. Yes, you heard that right. One of Hollywood's most beloved actresses is taking legal action against one of television's biggest institutions. But what could have possibly happened on live TV to push Blake to this extreme? Was it just a joke gone wrong? Or is there something much deeper behind this explosive legal battle? Stay with us because we're about to break down all the details, from the now infamous SNL moment to the Hollywood fallout that's left Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and even SNL scrambling to control the narrative.
Zelensky was asked to leave the White House. Then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
It all started with what seemed like a harmless comedy sketch, a routine moment of banter that quickly turned into an uncomfortable exchange. Colin Jost, known for his sharp humor on Weekend Update, slipped in a remark that struck a nerve. At first, it seemed like a typical Hollywood joke, but the second it aired, the internet erupted. The joke made a direct reference to Blake and Ryan, subtly pulling in whispers about Justin Baldoni, a longtime friend turned rumored rival. Within minutes, social media was flooded with speculation. Some found it hilarious, others called it a low blow, but one thing was clear: Blake Lively was not laughing. What made this moment even more intense was its timing. Blake and Ryan had been navigating swirling rumors about their personal life, with whispers of tension behind the scenes. Then, just as those rumors were beginning to die down, SNL's joke threw them right back into the spotlight. But instead of brushing it off, Blake took an unexpected and drastic step. Reports soon surfaced that she was filing an $80 million lawsuit against SNL, claiming that the live segment had not only embarrassed her on a public stage, but had real consequences for her career. And if that sounds extreme, just wait, because this lawsuit is about way more than just a joke.
You know what? The court of public opinion is really what matters in Hollywood. It just does. Totally. It doesn't matter about money, like giving them 50 million, 60 million. It's just reputation. Those are too big.
They're not smart, Stu. If they were smart, they would have settled. They're not smart.
Yes. And it's 400 million. And Ryan Reynolds has that money from the sale of
Mid-Mo. It's funny because Justin Baldoni sued him for just over what they're worth.
Really?
Blake's legal team wasted no time in making their case. And suddenly, what started as a one-liner on late-night television turned into a full-blown Hollywood scandal. The lawsuit alleged that the joke was designed to publicly humiliate her, dragging private matters into the public eye. According to insiders, Blake felt blindsided, believing that SNL had crossed an unwritten industry rule, mocking a celebrity's personal life when it's already under intense scrutiny. Some sources even claimed that she saw the joke as a coordinated attack, pointing fingers at certain industry players who might have had something to gain from seeing her credibility take a hit. The situation escalated fast, and before anyone could even process the lawsuit itself, a media frenzy took over. Almost immediately, the internet split into two camps. Some defended Blake, arguing that celebrities, especially women in Hollywood, deserve to have some level of protection from invasive or harmful public ridicule. Others, however, saw the lawsuit as an overreaction, claiming that public figures, especially A-list actors, should expect a level of scrutiny when they step into the limelight. But while fans debated online, behind the scenes, something even bigger was happening. Blake wasn't just relying on her lawyers. She was assembling a crisis PR team like nothing Hollywood had seen before. Reports surfaced that Blake had enlisted the help of high-level media strategists, one of whom allegedly had ties to intelligence work. Now let that sink in.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, we're talking about you all day.
Oh, you know.
What does Thank you. To be back with Anna.
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy.
Happy lies. What are you happy about? We know you are not happy.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, talking about you.
They compared that to what Blake Lively with her fakeness. I was like, oh, it's the best. I'm so happy. Or whatever it is she's saying. Anna Kendrick can't fake it.
This was about taking full control of the narrative, and for many people, that raised even more questions. If Blake had a strong legal case, why did she need a war-level PR strategy? Was this about actual defamation, or was this a power move to reshape her public image? Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds found himself caught in the crossfire. While he's known for his quick wit and charm, this time his humor wasn't helping. In fact, one resurfaced clip from a past interview added even more fuel to the fire. In the clip, Ryan told a lighthearted story about an awkward encounter that at the time seemed innocent enough.
It was a couple weeks ago, Saturday Night Live had its 50th anniversary, as we've all seen, and here was Ryan Reynolds with Blake Lively. How are you doing, Ryan? Everything okay?
How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Her playing, why? What? Is there something wrong? Yeah, clearly, guys.
But now, with Blake's lawsuit painting a very serious picture of public embarrassment, people began drawing comparisons. Some called it hypocrisy, pointing out that Blake was taking legal action over a joke while Ryan had made similar remarks in the past without consequence. Others speculated that Ryan's involvement in the SNL moment was more than just coincidence. Was he blindsided too? Or was this a moment of miscalculated humor that had far bigger consequences than he realized? Either way, the controversy only deepened, and suddenly it wasn't just about SNL, it was about Blake and Ryan as a couple, their reputation, and the industry's perception of them. Hollywood insiders started weighing in, and that's when things got even messier. Instead of rallying around Blake, many of her peers started distancing themselves. Some of her co-stars, when asked about the lawsuit, gave vague and carefully worded responses, with one even saying, "It's complicated." That's Hollywood speak for "I don't want to get involved." And that's when people started noticing a pattern. Big names weren't rushing to defend her. Even major brands that had previously worked with Blake seemed hesitant, with reports surfacing that some endorsement deals were being quietly reconsidered. This is the part of Hollywood scandals that rarely gets talked about, the silent consequences. No one outright cancels an A-lister like Blake Lively, but the industry has a way of slowly pulling back, making them less bankable, less of a sure thing. And the signs were all there. Suddenly, rumors spread that projects Blake had been attached to were now being reconsidered, and that filmmakers were looking at alternative leads for upcoming roles. Whether true or not, one thing was certain. This lawsuit had done more than just call out SNL. It had put Blake's entire Hollywood standing under a microscope. As the lawsuit continued to unfold, legal experts made one thing clear. Regardless of how strong Blake's case was, court decisions aren't based on public perception. While PR tactics can shape a narrative, they can't change the facts in a courtroom. And with mounting skepticism about the lawsuit's validity, even some of Blake's supporters started questioning whether this was a legal battle she could win. Meanwhile, SNL remained surprisingly quiet, refusing to engage in the drama, a move that some saw as confidence. After all, silence can sometimes be the most powerful response. So, where does this leave Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and this entire Hollywood fiasco? Will the lawsuit go forward, or will it quietly disappear in a settlement behind closed doors? More importantly, what will this mean for Blake's career in the long run? Because in Hollywood, reputation is everything. And as history has shown, public perception can change in an instant. Whether she wins in court or not, the real battle might not be legal. It might be about how the industry and audiences see her moving forward. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Blake's lawsuit is justified, or did this spiral into something bigger than it ever needed to be? Was the joke truly damaging, or was this just another example of Hollywood power struggles playing out in the public eye? One thing's for sure. This is a story that isn't over yet.